Hi everyone, welcome back. In economics, the most dangerous word is stable because stability, once broken, reveals how fragile everything was to begin with. And nothing proved that better than what happened in the Strait of Hormuz 2026. Economists call this a supply shock when something suddenly and violently disrupts the flow of goods the world depends on. Prices spike, growth stalls, panic spreads. Today, we're looking at exactly that before, during, and after the US Iran war. Going back to January 2026, oil was $60 a barrel. Inflation was cooling and central banks were finally relaxing. The Strait of Hormuz was doing what it always does, quietly moving a fifth of the world's oil day after day. Then the US and Israel struck Iran in the late February. Iran's response was swift and brutal. Close the strait. The IEA called it the largest oil supply distribution in the history of global energy markets, larger than the 1973 Arab oil embargo, larger than the Gulf War. The numbers say it all. Oil shot from $60 to $91 a barrel almost overnight. Brent crude crossed $120. Qatar, the world's biggest LNG supplier, declared force majeure. That's just a fancy way of saying we can't deliver and it's not our fault. It wasn't just oil. Fertiliser prices spiked. Food cost followed. Gulf producers collectively lost over 10 million barrels a day of output. This was a supply chain earthquake and the world felt the tremors. Now, this week, the US and Iran are on the verge of signing a memorandum of understanding. Iran clears its mines in the strait. The US lifts its blockade on Iranian ports. Both sides get 60 days to negotiate the big stuff: Iran's nuclear program, frozen assets, sanctions.